Hello, the internet.
Hello.
My name is Fran. This is my husband, Michael.
I'm Michael.
If you are joining us again for a video, welcome back, you weirdo.
Why?
And if you're joining us for the first time, then welcome. We're really fun and normal.
You weirdo.
Insult the viewers. So welcome to this month's calendar setup for the month of May in the Julia Journal. For anyone who hasn't ever seen any of these videos before, I set up 3 journals at the end of last year for 3 of my friends who all had very different needs.
And you promised yourself, and you promised me, you promised everyone in your life it wasn't going to take up a lot of your time. And what did it do?
It took up a lot of my time.
Yeah. So who are you not sponsored by today?
So today, Michael, we're not sponsored by Scribbles That Matter. This is...
Sorry, that's the wrong noise. Carry on.
What am I going to do with that?
I don't know. Every time I make that noise, she has to put a link to something.
Fine.
Bing!
What was I saying?
Scribbles That Matter.
Oh, right, yes. This is their 120 GSM B5 journal.
Or for the paper enthusiasts out there, Gussum.
Indeed. So right off the bat, you can see me here getting it all wrong.
Erasing everything.
So I actually use my...
Oh, I haven't seen one of them since like secondary school.
Yeah.
The little mouse things.
I actually had to buy the little Tipex mouse things.
Excellent.
Specifically for this project.
Oh, I miss them.
I've got loads of them. They came in a 3-pack.
I say that, I probably don't miss them. Probably.
I have no strong
If I had to go back
feelings.
to handwriting everything now.
Anyway, no, we're getting distracted. So this is the 120 Gussum or GSM journal.
Mm-hmm.
I originally was only going to work in this in black pen and colour pencil, but I was pleasantly surprised by the paper quality.
Ooh.
And I thoroughly recommend Scribbles That Matter. They've actually become like my favourite brand.
Is it
since
dots?
Working, yes, it is a dot grid.
Okay.
But the dot grid is pale enough that it's not like super visible when you look at the page, but not so pale that I feel like an octogenarian person unable
A bit
to
like
see.
like the Susie. The
Like
Susie
the
has the really
Susie.
pale dots.
Now you can do the noise. Bing! There we go. The Susie's got really pale dots. You'll hear me complain about it next time. That actual sound recording of me complaining. So, as is the standard for any journal that I work in, apparently, I cut out all the paper. So, I tried to make each one of them different in the Julia.
Okay.
And in the Holly as well, they're all different, but in the Susie, they're all the same layout, but different designs.
Okay.
Anyway, so this month, I went for weekly spreads that are like a pyramid for some
Yeah.
reason.
Fun. And Julia's this is Julia, sorry.
Yeah.
Julia's journal is the garden sort of journal.
Yes, Julia is an avid gardener, and she's actually gotten me hooked as well on houseplants and stuff. And actually, one of my succulents has made a flower, and I'm really excited. And I've been talking about it all week.
So that must have been it. You were like garden, flowers, windows, pyramids.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so those little dot thingy things there that I drew in earlier, just now, that I was talking over, those are the habit trackers for the month.
Oh.
So my idea is that instead of having it as like a linear thing, it's like a daisy chain, and then when she does the habit, she can fill in the daisy.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if she'll hate it. If I were her...
But you got to do 12 of these. I mean, you can't just do the same. It'd be boring.
Exactly. But so if I were Julia, what I would be doing with these is I would have daisies of 2 different colours, and I would have one for a yes and one for a no, rather than having nothing for a no and something for a yes, because
Makes
that way
sense.
you keep track of what day you're on. However, I would just lose track of what day I'm on and then
Fair.
have to count them out every single time. But it's, I would say each to their own, but it wasn't her choice, so she gets stuck with whatever I came up with. So the nice thing about the Julia journal is that because it's all gardener themed, the drawings are relatively consistent all the way through. So when I started the journal, I couldn't draw flowers at all. I had to look up every single picture of a flower so I could figure out how to draw a flower. And by the end of it, I can doodle flowers relatively confidently.
Nice.
So it was a learning experience.
So thank you, Julia, for the practice.
Thank you, Julia, for the opportunity to improve.
Am I right in thinking, if my counting is correct, that these pyramids contain 9? And your usual weeks contain 8. Now, for anyone who's new, you might think a week contains 7. Well, not a Fran week.
Fran is on the go 8 days a week. Yeah, it's got 9 squares, and then the centre square is a decorative square.
Okay.
And what I've done with Julia, because Julia is very creative and capable, but just sort of busy.
Okay.
I've done all of the prep work type stuff for her, and then I leave the rest of the decorating to her. So I get her started, and you'll see this in a minute when I go back through and start decorating out that central cube block square of the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of only do 2 or 3 little doodles on it.
Okay.
And then I leave it free so that during the week, if she's in meetings or if she's doing stuff in her journal, she can here we go. She can finish the doodles herself and just fill them in.
Okay.
I talked over it at the time, but I also put in a little financial tracker at the back page.
Nice.
There.
Okay.
I don't know if she uses them.
Well, we don't know if she uses any of them.
No, I do. She showed me that she's used some of them.
Oh, okay.
When they visited, she brought her journal.
Because you demanded proof.
I asked if she wouldn't mind sharing with me how she has been using the journal so that I can see what has been successful and what has not been successful.
It's always nice when you've put this much effort into something when somebody doesn't go, oh no, left it in my other bag.
Yeah. And actually I got a message from Susie on Instagram the other day with a video that I haven't opened because I'm so terrified of going on Instagram because I have no self-control.
You're on Instagram? Why, what is your handle? Your artist handle?
It's at Franimation Central.
Bing! Is that not a Bing?
I don't know.
Can you link to it?
I'll try.
Linkstagram?
I'll try to Linkstagram.
You can tell I'm tech savvy.
The difficulty is that if I'm the sort of most tech savvy person in any given room, that is a bad room to be in.
Depending what your goal is.
If your goal is to retreat to the Stone Age, then it's a great room to be in.
If your goal is faxing people, then it's great.
I've never successfully sent a fax.
That makes sense, considering our age.
No, did you not send faxes when you were younger?
Not really, no.
Oh.
I did it once. I worked in a furniture store and we had to send faxes there.
Oh yeah, but that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, but that means that the fax machine was incredibly old.
No, when I was at university in Italy, they still used faxes.
Oh.
And you had to go to the local printing shop to send a fax.
What are you drawing here?
Why, Michael, it appears to be a circle. This is the front cover for the month of May.
Okay.
I don't know why I made this decision at the time, but I did. And every month has just got a grey front cover. Because in a gardener's journal, gardens are famously very monochromatic.
She can colour them in.
She can. I made the text grey, and I don't know why. I genuinely don't know. I just did the first one in grey, and then I was like, well, I've got to make it a theme now, because otherwise it was just a mistake. But that's 90% of my art is just well, I've done it, so I better run with it.
I have started, so I shall finish.
I started something, so I think I was going for an Art Deco kind of Corona circle thing, but
Corona circle,
a crown, a circle crown
okay,
thing.
Okay.
Anyway, we've got a flip through.
Oh God, what do we want
to
do for the flip through?
Can you do
quick
transition?
Quick.
Do David Attenborough again, because you like that.
Welcome to the month of May in the Julia Journal, which is the gardener's journal. Here we have the monthly spreadsheet with the trackers, which resemble plants that are dying. Here we have 9-day, 8-day weeks with plants in the middle, sparse plants in the middle, in pyramids representing the weeks. And if you look very closely, you'll notice there's no colour in this garden, not even in the financial planner.
Bye!
Bye!